How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Farming Simulator 19 Survival Series. So we're just heading over to the biodiesel plant here. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning and I just want to see how things are progressing. I don't know if everything or anything is still getting done. No. So canola is finished. We have got just about 26,000 liters of diesel. And we've got 6,200 liters of methanol left. Alright. So this we can turn off. We've probably got a bit of silage in here. We do indeed. So pretty good. We'll throw that into there. And that brings us on to the CCM. So I have done a bit more digging around this situation. And it seems like we need a very specific bunker to put this in, to change it from CCM raw that it is now to CCM. And we don't really have space for that on the farm, and I don't want to start changing massive things around just for the sake of that. So we are going to sell that as CCM raw. So we'll lose quite a bit of money on that, but it is what it is. That seems very low at the moment, 4,800. I think I've seen it as high as 6, somewhere around there. So we're going to wait it out and see how all of that goes and what price we can get for it. As for our other crops, we have got no barley. We've got a bit of oat, and that's sitting on 60, so we can always sell that. We've also got... Okay, we don't have any canola, so can't do anything with that. Sunflower we've got, that's 96. That seems pretty good as well. Fair Oak stores. And then we do also have soybeans. And that's pretty high as well. So I think this wasn't actually the plan for today. But I think we're going to start out today's episode by selling a whole bunch of crops. So we're going to grab the Valtra. We'll grab the triple trailers. And we shall start filling. So most of this we will get done in a time lapse. Just because it is a bit... Well, it's just a lot of driving really. So it does get boring pretty quickly. But other than that, I want to at least try and start seeding today. I don't know if we'll get all fields done. Probably not. But I at least want to try and get going with that. We do need to do some preparation on the cornfield so that we can seed directly into that. And we're going to have to do the same for the sunflower field as well, I think. So, yeah. We shall see. So I do have a basic layout, what I think we're going to do on the fields this time round, in terms of what we're going to be planting where. So we'll have a real quick look at that while we get filling here, and we can actually speed up time a little bit, because it is a bit dark. There we go. So we'll just go with whatever first. Wheat we're not going to be selling. Oat. So we're going to go with oat. So what I'm thinking is... corn again here, that worked out pretty well. Canola again on this field because it's the second biggest field that we've got, and we get quite a bit of money for the diesel. And then this over here, the last time around was sunflowers. I'm thinking about making that soybeans, and then I want to make this field over here sunflower, and then the field over there we're gonna do potatoes again. So that is the plan. We shall see how all of that works out. And I think we just went through all of our oat. Yeah, we did. Right, so oat is vehicle shop. Is anything else a vehicle shop? That is Fair Oaks. And that is Fair Oaks. How much was that? 471. I think we can get everything in here. Why does it seem like we have a very small amount of crop to sell? That's slightly concerning. Means that we're not going to be making a huge amount of money. Yep, that's 95%. And then this one will be soybeans. I think that's going to be about the same. So oat will be vehicle shop. So we're going to go up to the vehicle shop first. And we'll get the sold, and then the other two, I think, are both Fair Oaks, if I remember correctly. Now, I don't want to make a mistake here. That is Fair Oaks, and soybean is Fair Oak. Okay, so Fair Oak is the one down there. Right, so we're going to head from the farm through here to the shop, and then we'll come back. We'll take the sort of slipway there, our very own dirt road slipway, and then head over to the shop there and get it sold. So yeah, we shall do that, but we're going to do that in a real quick time lapse, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, so that is all of the crops sold, and that worked out to just a smidge under $136,000. So yeah, pretty good. It's a lot more than what I expected, to be honest. I thought we were a little bit low on crop there, but it turned out okay. Not too bad at all, and we are sitting on $925,000. And if you're wondering why we're not spending any of that money, and that's because we are planning to spend a lot of money in one single go and build a nice big extension for the farm. So we really don't need $925,000 for that extension. But I'm thinking probably about $500,000. But yeah, we just do have a lot of money right now, and we will be using it very, very shortly. I mean, the fact that it's there means that we've got possibilities. It doesn't mean that we have to rush into it just because that money is sort of burning a hole in our pocket. So I'm fine with it just sitting there, and yeah, we'll be using it very, very soon on the farm extension. So I mentioned in the previous episode that it'll probably be in about 4 or 5 episodes, and that's probably about accurate. We shall see. But for now, we're going to drop the trailers off here. We're going to put the Valtra away, and we're going to grab the big John Deere with the cultivator, because we need to go cultivate what's going to be the cornfield as well as the sunflower field. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do. There's no plowing required. We did the cornfield, the plowing in the previous episode, so that's all good to go. We don't have to worry about that. And I actually wonder if we need to cultivate that field since it's been plowed. I don't know, but we're going to do it anyway. We've got the big cultivator over here. And our lovely, lovely John Deere, what is that, a 9620. I never remember the numbers on them. But a very nice machine, 500 horsepower engine in this thing. And that should pull this cultivator very, very easily. I think we've only used this cultivator once, and that was on the previous John Deere, not this one. And it did pull it. It did actually get the job done. It struggled a little bit, but it was fine. It wasn't too bad at all. So I think while we are sort of here, we can probably just start out with this field over here, and just because it's close and convenient, and then from there we'll run over to what is going to be the cornfield. And yeah, let's get this thing unfolded. We'll get the GPS set up real quick. We will be running GPS on this, and yeah, we'll get this knocked out. This thing is massive, so it really doesn't take a long time at all. And I'm thinking the potato field, I don't think that needs to be cultivated. I'm trying to remember what we need to do here, what needs to be cultivated and what not. So this is the cultivator. There we go. And shift track to about there. Just move it a tiny little bit to about there. And that should be fine. So here we go. Drop that down. And cultivating has begun. Just want to make sure we got that corner good. There we go. And yeah, we can hide that. And we are going to jump into a time lapse. We're going to get this knocked out real quick. So it's this field and then the big field on the other side on the farm. And I'll catch you guys when we are done and getting prepped for seeding. And we want to get those seed in the ground today. Again, I'm not sure if we're going to get all of the seeding done today, But if we can, we will do, but I'm not sure. We shall see how time goes. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Right, so that is the cultivating complete, and I'm pretty sure we don't actually have to cultivate the field that we just did because it's already plowed, and I'm pretty sure we can see directly into that, but I just like to cultivate it anyway because it just makes it a tiny little bit smoother in theory. It doesn't really look to do that much in the game, but it's fine. It just looks a little bit better and feels a bit more realistic when we do that. So the sunflower field and the cornfield, or soon to be sunflower and cornfields, are ready to go. I don't think the potato fields need any cultivating or plowing. I'm not sure. I think we can see directly into basically the harvested field, but I'm not sure. If we need to, then it's fine. We'll go out and we'll do some cultivating. I know that you need to plow fields after harvesting potatoes, so it requires plowing, but I don't think it needs to be plowed to seed, so if that makes any sense. This thing is extremely difficult to reverse, and I want to get it in there. I really need to find a better place to put things like this. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. Because last time that took me like 10 minutes to get it in there. I'm just going to pull it back here and I'm going to drop it off next to the weeder. So, nice and easy, accessible, and sort of out of the way. So, it's fine. It can just sit here. It's not a fancy piece of machinery that needs to be sort of under a roof, I guess. So, we're going to put it over here. And in today's seeding, well, I don't know if we're going to do all of the seeding today again, but I definitely won't forget that we do have the nice big seeder like I did last time. So we are going to do corn and sunflowers first. So we'll grab the planter, but then the seeder, last time I used our small seeder, the 9 meter, and I forgot that we had the nice big seeder sitting over there, the TH18 sitting right there. So yeah, that was my bad. I think we actually sold the small one, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's fine. We can't make that mistake again. Let's get this hooked up, though. I hope this is all serviced and good to go. Yeah, it looks fine, actually. So, we are going to set that to corn, sunflower. Let's do corn first. We'll head back to that field. And we will get corn planted. After that we'll get soybean planted, and then we'll see whether we'll get into the rest of the seeding today. It really just depends how long this takes. Again, this is going to be a episode where it's going to be mostly time lapses because we are just trying to get a lot done This is something that we've seen many times over on this series at least. But seeding, that is, and planting and all that good stuff. It's something that I definitely enjoy, but it is something that I don't try and draw out too much on this series because it can get a little bit boring to watch in the long run. So yeah, we're going to try and get it knocked out as quick as possible. I'll be pretty happy if we can get all of the seeding and everything done within 2 episodes. So this episode and the next, but we shall see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull a line up here, and that'll just give me a bit of turning around space, moving up and down the field. Then we'll get the GPS set up and we'll get corn planting. And I have to say, this is the second time I think that we've used this planter, and I do like it a lot. It is a very nice planter. Just trying to figure out what does what here in terms of controls. And there we go, we're planting corn. So it does feel like we had a very quick turnaround, and I think that's because we did. I want to slow this down a little bit. It feels like we're going a bit too quick, and we might actually just do a line back as well, because that'll give us even more headroom. And we have to drive back anyway, so because I want to start from the other end, finish this side so we can head straight from here across to the sunflowers. Doesn't really make a difference, it's just a personal preference. So let's get the second line done. We'll have to start this at a bit of an angle because of the trees. There we go. That should get us going. You can actually see where our tram lines were the last time round. We are not going to be doing tram lines this time. Some people liked it, others didn't, but I think the majority didn't like it, so I decided that we won't be doing tram lines on this series. I'll probably do it again in the future on a different series. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing after we've completed this series, and I don't think this series is that far off ending. I think we are pretty close, actually. These things do come to a natural end. I mean, we can't end it until we get our cows and everything, but after we got all of that set up and we've got the cows and everything, I mean, there's not much left. So I just want to make sure this is the correct one, the planter. But yeah, there's not going to be a huge amount left. I don't want to just draw it out for the sake of drawing it out. I thought we would probably hit 100 episodes in this series, but now I'm not so sure. I don't think so. I think that'll be a bit of a stretch, but we'll move on to something else, something enjoyable, something new, something different. But for now, we are going to get planting, so we're going to jump into a time lapse, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so we are just coming up to the end of the sunflower seed, and this field is gonna look beautiful. This is gonna look really nice. So we're a little bit on the low side on liquid fertilizer, so I did go full up in between fields. I filled up seed and I used all the liquid fertilizer that we had left in the tanks, but that is all empty now. It only got us to about 50%, but it was enough at least for this seeding season, if you would. And there we go. That is done. Why I say it is enough is because the other seeder uses dry fertilizer, not the liquid fertilizer, and we have got a big silo that we can fill that up with. So that's good. No problems there. And that means that the job for this seeder is, or this planter, is done for what is effectively another season. And the field on the right hand side here is going to become a beautiful potato field again. Can't wait to do that. I really, really do enjoy making the potatoes. I do like that quite a bit, actually. So, yeah, we'll give this a wash and probably a quick service just so we know it's ready for next time. And the rest of the seeding and planting will happen in the next episode. We're not going to be doing any more today. We've already done a fair bit today, actually, in terms of planting and cultivating and all of that good stuff. I think, was it this episode that we did plowing as well? I think it was. I can't remember. Maybe no. Maybe the plowing was the previous episode. But yeah, anyway, it's hard to remember what I did exactly when, because I do record these videos normally. I do record them sort of back to back in bulk. I try and do about 2 or 3 of them, and that sort of carries me over for a few days in terms of releasing episodes, but it is hard to remember where you ended and where you began. So I think the plowing was the previous episode. This episode we did, oh, we sold the crops and then we did cultivating. That's right. Okay, so plowing was previous episode. But yeah, doing pretty well otherwise, and financially going great, really great. So I really, really need to start working on the planning for the new extension on the farm so that we can get that done. And we'll get into that as soon as we have completed seeding. So in between, we'll have to do a bit of weeding and fertilizing and things like that. And we've also got another grass field to cut. Oh, very nearly tipped that over. Yeah, we do have another grass field to cut. And 2 grass fields to plow and lime and cultivate and seed. But that'll be sort of a later job. I think we'll probably only do the grass fields after we have done the extension. So that is the plan, at least. I just want to try and get this in here properly. I think that's fine, something like that. Let's get that disconnected. Beautiful. And yeah, so I think, yeah, it's probably going to be seeding, and then we'll do the farm extension. I don't know if we'll do the extension in 1 episode or maybe 2. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how much work it is and how much we can actually get done in 1 episode. But yeah, we shall do that, and then, like I say, in between that, we can do a bit of weeding and fertilizing and that sort of thing on the fields. And yeah, after that, we can start getting into the grass and all of that, and making some more silage and things for the cows. We also need to start making some hay. We've got a lot of straw and we've got a lot of grass, but we need some hay. So we might actually make the field that we need to cut over there anyways into hay. So we can ted that and then dry it and then bale it, so we can get some hay bales as well, because we've got a lot of straw and grass bales. But yeah, that's actually a good idea. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. It's actually quite early. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, but we did get a lot done today. But that's fine. We'll probably carry on the next episode in the same day, because there is quite a lot of time left. But that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.